To many of us, baseball is more than just a game of statistics of overpaid men in extremely tight pants. In fact, many historians have repeatedly referred to baseball as crucial to understanding American society because of our love and respect for the game, along with the relationships that we create with the players through the drama that unfolds both between and beyond the lines of the baseball diamond. One French-born American historian and Presidential Medal of Freedom Award winner, who's also known for publishing books focused on American culture, Jacques Barzun, has earned a plaque in the Baseball Hall of Fame for his famous quote, "Whoever would understand the heart and mind of America had better learn baseball, the rules and realities of the game." To help illustrate the realities and drama that unfolds during the course of a baseball season, great commentators are needed to broadcast these moments to the millions tuning into their radios or their television. What's up, guys? My name is Tim Parsons, and I'm going to inform you about Vin Scully, who is arguably considered one of the best commentators of all time, according to Olympic broadcaster Bob Costas and current Giants announcers John Quick and Dwayne Kuiper. So pull up a chair, as Vin would say, as I'm going to provide a little bit of background of Vin Scully and how he became an icon of broadcasting through his passion for radio, along with his unique storytelling ability that was so important for the ears of Americans listening in on his unique voice. First, let's delve into Vin's background. According to author Kurt Smith, who wrote the biography titled Pull Up a Chair, The Vin Scully Story, Scully was born in Brooklyn, New York on November 29, 1927, and quickly moved to Washington Heights in northern Manhattan near Jesuit-based Fordham University, along with his parents Aloysius Scully and Bridget Freehill, in hopes that Vin would eventually attend college there. When he became old enough, Vin attended Fordham Preparatory School, in which he studied Latin, English, and history, and was steered toward drama, debate, and elocution, along with joining the school newspaper. Once he graduated from there, he went on to join the Navy for 2 years. And after that, he began a very busy lifestyle as a student broadcaster and journalist at Fordham University, along with becoming the center fielder for the Fordham Rams college baseball team. Also while attending college, he helped find the Fordham University FM radio station, known as WFUV, and broadcasted their football and basketball games. After Vin Scully graduated college in 1948, he sent around 150 letters to radio stations along the eastern seaboard in hopes of attaining a job. He only received one response, a response from popular commentator Red Barber, who wanted to recruit Scully for CBS Radio. He took the job, and shortly thereafter he was broadcasting college football games. Now that you know a little bit about Vin Scully's educational background and the genesis to his career, where did the passion for radio come from? Scully's passion for radio came from a couple of accounts within Kurt Smith's biography of a very young Vin Scully. At 1 p.m. each Saturday, Vin opened a box of crackers, poured a glass of milk, and literally crawled under the radio. In Vin's own words, "I'd stay there all afternoon. The teams were secondary. Alabama, Tennessee should have meant nothing to a kid in Washington Heights in New York. But I would listen, and the crowd noise would come down like water out of a shower head pouring all over me. I hadn't seen a crowd, but I had heard one. I loved its roar, and I'd get goosebumps long before I saw them in my skinny arms." And at a time when radios were flying off the shelves into American homes, Vin was attending grammar class, in which they were to write a report on what they hoped to be when they grew up. According to Scully, the girls wanted to be nurses and ballet dancers, and the boys, they wanted to be cops and firemen. But I was hooked. This new thing, the radio, had hooked me. I wanted to be a sports announcer. Now that you know that Vin Scully is very passionate about becoming a radio broadcaster from a young age, I'm going to talk about why he was significant to the world of radio as a storyteller once he became a Brooklyn Dodger during one of the darkest times of American history. The significance of becoming a Dodger and storyteller after only 2 seasons of announcing college football season began when Scully took the job in Brooklyn, New York. He jumped on the opportunity since baseball is his favorite sport, not only because he played it, but because he could romanticize the sport given that the rate of play is pretty slow. But the most significant event to come out of this job opportunity was the product on the baseball field at the time. According to Roger Kahn's article, The Jackie Robinson I Remember, which is published in the Journal of Blacks of Higher Education in winter of 1996, Jackie Robinson became the first African American to cross the color barrier into Major League Baseball on April 15, 1947, in which Robinson dealt with a lot of marginalization and death threats throughout most of his early career. But what does Jackie Robinson have to do with any of this, and where does Vin Scully fit into all this as well? Well, Vin Scully recalled that Red Barber was the announcer the day Jackie Robinson made his debut in the big leagues, in which he didn't give any credit to Jackie for becoming the big league's first African American. He didn't say anything about it at all. Many announcers didn't want to give any credit to African Americans, and without television being a household item for many, a lot of people who listened in on the radio that day didn't know the history was being made. With baseball desegregating before the public even did, Scully was broadcasting to the millions that blacks and whites are playing in the same game on the same field, which I believe is very significant. Now here's a couple reasons why I like listening to Vin Scully. He's a one-man show. He's completely unbiased and tells it as it is, and some of his calls would literally bring me to tears. And my favorite call ever done by Vin Scully, I wasn't even alive for. On April 8, 1974, when African-American Hank Aaron broke the home run record set by Babe Ruth, Scully gave the call. What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking the record of an all-time baseball idol. I definitely recommend watching it on YouTube because my voice doesn't do Vin any justice, and he goes on a lot longer to paint a beautiful picture of the aftermath of the home run as fans storm the field. So now you know a little bit about one of the best, if not the best, commentators to ever broadcast the world of sports to the American people through his storytelling ability. You now know he was one of the pioneers of radio broadcasting and that he wasn't afraid to describe every little detail that represented itself on the field by providing us with an unbiased point of view of what actually took place during the Civil Rights Movement. And now you know that Major League Baseball desegregated before public schools were even thinking about it, and that most significant games called by Scully were perhaps during the era when African Americans like Jackie Robinson were crossing the color barrier. And although Vin Scully just called his last baseball game about a week ago after 67 years of broadcasting Dodger baseball, he's actually a Giants fan. Thank you for tuning in to my presentation, and have a great day.